What's up, everybody? It's Peyton, and this is going to be part 2 of STone8 review. I'm going to show the app in this video. I have my old iPhone 6s Plus plugged into a rechargeable battery because the battery on this thing is horrible. The maximum capacity, if you go into the battery health settings, is at like 73%. So yeah, it can't even get 2 hours on a full charge. I've like most of the time I can lock my phone with all the apps closed on my new one, my good one, and it might drop 10-15% or so. This one I can charge it at 100%. No apps open or anything, and unplug it and leave it on, but like locked all night, and it'll be dead by the time I wake up the next morning. So the battery on this thing is horrible. So I'm glad I have it plugged into my portable battery. So this is going to be, I'm going to be showing the app. So the app for this one is a little weird. They have tried to do a weird parental control thing. Because apparently the iPhones don't have that already. Screen time isn't a thing, I guess. Even in iOS 8, they didn't have screen time, but they still had restrictions. So if you didn't want your kids using it, you could always shut it off. You could always go into the restrictions and disable it. Or I don't remember if you could disable certain apps. It's been a long time since I've used a device on older software, but I mean, really, I don't see the point. I don't see why they added that. All it really is for the robot collectors is an extra step to open up your app and play with your robot. Which I'm not a big fan of robots that connect to apps anyway. Just because I don't see the point. Like, why would you not add all the features in? If you're already programming the robot to respond to Bluetooth commands from an app, why would you not just make it so it responds to voice commands without an app that still has the same features? Maybe you can't do everything like that, but 80% of it you should be able to. So there are actually 2 apps for this robot. I have no idea why or for what reason. I mean, how they figured that they needed 2 apps. But let's unlock this.
Robots folder 16 opening robots folder Furby connect AR. Robotics STone8.
There's ST18 and then Robotic ST18. I have tried connecting my robot to both apps. They both work just fine. They're exactly the same. I think they look slightly different, but that's pretty much it. I don't know why they had 2 different apps. So we're going to use the regular one for this one.
Landscape. Home button to the left. STone8 landscape. Home button to the right. Turn on Bluetooth.
Oh,
Settings.
I gotta turn on Bluetooth.
Settings. Bluetooth heading. Setting. Bluetooth switch off.
What?
Bluetooth switch button off.
What?
On. Syrian search button. Bluetooth switch.
Oh,
Wi-Fi.
it went into the app settings and not my Bluetooth settings.
Bluetooth off.
That is the dumbest thing ever.
Bluetooth
It needs to go into my actual Bluetooth settings instead of the settings for the app. In my settings app. If that made any sense. There we go. In case you didn't hear the song that it played, I'll play it again with my speech off. It plays that while it's loading up. I should probably turn on my robot. I'll turn this on.
Speech on setting button.
So there's a button at the top that you can go into. That's the settings. Oh,
Empty list. Empty list.
maybe it's already connected. I heard the robot respond, so maybe I don't have to worry about that. Oh, yep, it is already connected. Because when you have it connected to the app,
Index icon pressed. Index icon pressed 1 1 button. Home key 1.
okay. So now,
Control button.
here's what I mean. If you're going to have a password, why would you have a preset password when you reinstall the app? Why would you make it that easy to change it? All you have to do if you forget the passcode is uninstall and reinstall the app. So why even have the password? It's just a 4-digit code.
Number T logged button. Number T 0 button.
0 0 0 0. That is the default password. So now I will be able to access all of the different features in the app. I'm going to need to turn off voiceover for this. I have some vision, so I'll be fine. So there's two different things on the screen. There's one that goes I don't really understand this. It is supposed to be it's not really going when I go to the right. It's supposed to just turn to the right. But when I put it down, it's doing some weird movements. Yeah, I'm not going to let it move all over the place because it will fly off. When you're connected in any one of the modes on the app, the top light turns blue. So, and the right control thing will control the position of the head. And it makes these weird noises while you're controlling it. So, you can have it move it around fast, or you can have it go into each position. Okay, so that's good enough for that one.
Voiceover on lands. Home button. Setting button. Control. Sumo button.
There's so that was the control mode. The next one is sumo or whatever the mod.
STone8 would like to access the microphone.
Why does it need the microphone?
The application requests to turn on the microphone, and if it is rejected, it will affect the interactive function of the robot.
Okay.
Don't allow. Okay button. STone8 home button. Start bell. Start bell button. Outdoor. Start bell dimmed. Outdoor. Head movie key. Start bell button. Outdoor. 100% speech off.
I think it's sending some kind of command to the robot, but I don't know what it's... It uses Bluetooth and the high-pitched Furby-style communication. I've never seen a robot that uses both. See, like the Furbies, the 2012 and the Boom use like really high-pitched beep sounds that are coded... I've never heard it do that before. It has those noises that it does are really high pitched. I can hear them sometimes, but basically they send that's how the Furbies communicate with each other and the app. So this uses Bluetooth to connect to the app, but two of them can interact together, and it uses these really high-pitched noises, and I think they're even higher than the Furbies, because I put one in slow motion. Like, I recorded a slow-mo video of it on the iPhone, on my, anyway, and those beeps still sounded really high-pitched. I mean, I could hear, they were low enough where I could hear them, but I think anybody would have been able to hear them. They would have hurt your ears, though, because they're, like, really loud. So two of these can interact together. I just wish they could have done like the Furby Connects, where they could interact without the app open. Because, yeah, there's another thing you can only do with the app. You can only have one communicate with another one if the app is open. So, yeah, this robot, it's an okay robot to play with, but when you start looking at the way it does some of the stuff, you really start to think about how good this thing really is. So, anyway, this is the same thing, this Sumo whatever, is the same thing as the control mode. Oh, it's not actually recognizing sound right now. Maybe I'll just put it in this mode. Is it safe enough for me to let it go? I don't know. But anyway, the left button still controls. The light still moves it in different directions. The right buttons make it spin the head different ways and make it punch whatever is in front of it. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, that's that mode. Oh, the control mode also has 5 buttons on the top. I forgot to show. That make it do different things. I'm not going to show those because most of them involve it flying off the table when it's on here. So I really wish I had enough space. Okay, so this is wellness. I don't know all the things here, but VoiceOver will tell me they're at 100%. I know the first one is happiness and the second one is hunger.
100% dimmed. 100% dimmed. Adjustable.
So both of those are at 100%.
57% dimmed. Adjustable.
This next one is at 57%.
100% dimmed. Adjustable.
And the last one is at 100. So I don't know what that one is that's at 57%. I might have to look in the manual again if I can get it to read it again. I found it and I did. I had the Seeing AI app on for the iPhone. Recognize the photo for text and read that one. I just took screenshots of each page of the manual. It was still pretty hard to read. But anyway, that's that one. It doesn't really make the robot do anything. It's just to check different things. Dance, I don't have any music. Really, you don't need it, but it's just an extra thing to have. I'm not going to show that one really because what it does is you draw a path on the screen. It's like the path mode for MIP. You draw a path on the screen, but it is a very small one. Like, you only get what seems like a little bit of space. If you just do like a very small circle on the screen, the robot will do the widest circle you've ever seen. So if you think you're going to go all the way across the whole screen, the robot's probably going to go all the way across the house if it could. You need a big area to play with that in that mode. Explore, I think you can only, the longest you can have it go is 25 seconds, so it's not an actual autonomous mode. But basically It doesn't even use the infrared sensors in that mode. It will just go and constantly try to run into something. So it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for an autonomous robot, this robot is horrible. If you're looking for a robotic pet, I'd say it's okay. If you're looking for something that has a little bit of both, then I guess it's alright. I kind of like both. I like the robotic pet part of it and the ability to move around. It doesn't do that second one very well. As I said, I mean, it moves around, but...
Friendship button. Home.
The last mode in the app is Friendship.
Friendship 1. Friendship 1.
There are 3 different ones in the app. This is where you go to have 2 of these interact with each other. So, yeah, like I said earlier, you have to have the app for 2 of them to communicate. Which makes no sense, but I don't know.
Friendship 1 button. Friendship.
Oh my gosh. So basically it makes weird noises and sends out one of those high-pitched signals so that the other one will respond and they will talk to each other.
Friendship 1.
Did it just reset, or is that one of the things?
Friendship 1. Friendship 1.
Yeah, that must be one of the... That's the same as the startup animation, so it kind of scared me.
Friendship 2. Friendship 2.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure the other one would understand it.
Friendship 2.
So if somebody else has one of these robots, turn it on and put it next to the phone and see if it reacts to it through these high-pitched sound signals.
Friendship 2.
So that was the second one.
Friendship 3.
And then the third one is it will play a very short part of a song, and I guess the other one plays the rest of it. I don't know.
Friendship 3.
That's that one.
Friendship 3.
No.
Friendship 3. Friendship 3 button. Friendship 3. Friendship 2 button. Friendship 3 button. Friendship 3.
Oh.
Friendship 3. Friendship 3.
There's only
Friendship
3 different songs that it plays.
Friendship 3 button.
So
Friendship 3 button. Friendship 3.
oh, that's interesting. I figured something out just now. It doesn't send the high-pitched signals through the speaker on the robot. It sends them out from the phone. That is... Either use one or the other. Like, don't use both of them. That is the most confusing thing ever. Maybe I'm just used to Furbies, but... Come on. That just... it's a little odd. So there's definitely some weird things about this robot. Oh, cool. It won't recognize sound right now, so that's good.
Setting button.
I don't know what they're doing out there.
Friendship.
So yeah, that's... Whoa!
Voiceover off.
Okay. we're done with the phone right now. We're done with the robot for now. So, yeah, so kind of a final conclusion. It's definitely a weird robot. I like it. It's cool, but when it comes to how it actually does some things, it's not very good. It's fun to mess around with. It's fun to play with, but when you think about the technology they used and the way that they communicate with each other, for example, the way that it does a few things in the app, like they could have done a lot better on that. Like, and it seems like just the most basic things, like interacting, like communicating with another robot. Furbies have done that with no extra stuff since 1998. And this thing supposedly came out in 2018 and they can't get that right? I don't know. So, I don't know. Like I said, it's definitely an unusual one. It's not very well known, not too common. Apparently, they go for really, really cheap on eBay. There are probably at least 100 of them, the most expensive one being $90, and most of them under 30. The cheapest one I think right now is brand new in the box, or it's not. The cheapest one that is new in the box is like $8 with free shipping if you're in the US. So go ahead and pick one of these up. I recommend it for the price. It's a good robot. I think even if it was a little more expensive, it's still a good robot. Now, if you want to compare it to a MIP or a Furby, I think the Furby or the MIP or whatever might do a little bit better, but it's still a fun robot to have. I don't hate it. I like it. The technology and the way it does some things is a little weird, but it's a good robot. I would pick it up if I didn't know about it, or if I was watching this video and someone else was doing a video of it, I would get it. I like it. But yeah, that is my review of STone8 from Kids Station Toys. And I will put, if anyone has this and wants to know how to use it, I will actually put the link to the manual in the description of both part 1 and part 2 so that y'all have it. Thanks for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video.